Do you know what's really holding you back from your biggest goals? It's not the economy, it's not the people around you. And it's certainly not luck. It's your own thinking. You see, the truth is, success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. But more importantly, it's the ability to align your thoughts with your actions. You see, what you believe about yourself, your potential, and your future. Those beliefs determine the kind of goals you set, the kind of actions you take, and ultimately, the success you achieve. Now, if you've ever wondered how to achieve your biggest goals, if you've ever asked yourself why some people seem to get everything they want, while others struggle year after year, the answer is simple. They know how to focus on what matters most. Today, we're going to dive into exactly how you can achieve those goals that seem so far out of reach. And I promise, if you listen carefully, this will change the way you look at success forever. So let's begin. The first step. The foundation of success is in the way you think. To achieve your biggest goals, it all begins with how you think. Success doesn't start with action, it starts with thought. And your thinking will determine your results. You see, the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't is often how they think about those goals. Most people set goals from a place of doubt. They say, I'd like to accomplish this, but I'm not sure if I can. And let me tell you right now, if you don't believe in your ability to achieve something, you'll never put in the effort required to make it happen. As I've always said, what you think about, you bring about. Now, let's break this down. If you truly want to accomplish something extraordinary, you have to first believe that it's possible. Success is predictable, I often say. It's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of how you think and what you believe about yourself. Your thoughts are the foundation upon which you will build everything else. Think about it. Have you ever watched someone who seems to have everything? Maybe they have the car, the house, the career, and the lifestyle you dream about. What you might not see is their mindset, the thoughts that drive them. They believe in themselves. They believe they can achieve what they want, and because of that, their actions align with their beliefs. If you want to achieve your biggest goals, you have to change the way you think. Instead of thinking, I want this, but I'm not sure I can have it, think, I can achieve this, and I will take the necessary steps to make it happen. Your thinking will become the blueprint for your success. The next time you look at your goal, ask yourself, who do I need to become to achieve this goal? You see, your goals don't just require action. They require a shift in your identity. If your goal is to become financially successful, you can't just do the work. You need to become the kind of person who sees themselves as successful. If your goal is to lose weight, you need to start thinking like someone who is fit and healthy, not just someone who is trying to lose weight. Success starts in the mind. And it starts with thinking bigger than you ever have before. It's easy to think small. It's easy to set goals that are within your comfort zone. But the greatest achievements happen when you push past what you think is possible, when you stretch yourself beyond what feels safe. As I always say, you must be willing to do what others are not willing to do in order to have what others will never have. And that means starting with a mindset that says, I can do this, I will do this, and I am willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. To lay the foundation for success, start by shifting your thoughts. Believe that your biggest goals are not only possible, but that you are worthy of achieving them. When you change the way you think, you will change the way you act. And that, my friend, is the key to creating the life you've always dreamed of. It all begins with your thoughts. Clarity is one of the most powerful forces in the pursuit of your goals. Without it, you'll find yourself drifting, unsure of where you're headed or how to get there. But when you have clarity, everything changes. Your path becomes clear, your actions become purposeful, and success begins to take shape. You see, most people struggle because they aren't clear on what they truly want. They set vague goals like, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. But success and happiness are abstract concepts. You can't chase something that you can't define. Clarity is what turns your desires into something tangible, something actionable. One of my favorite quotes is, the clearer you are about what you want, the greater your chances of achieving it. You've got to be specific. You've got to know exactly what you want out of life. Without this clarity, you will be like a ship without a rudder, tossed around by every wave, every distraction, and every detour along the way. When you define your goal with clarity, you remove all doubt. You make it real. When you can see it, you can achieve it. Now, you might be thinking, well, I know what I want, but I'm not sure how to get it. Here's the thing, the how is important, but it's not nearly as important as the what. Once you know what you want, the how will start to reveal itself. But you must first get crystal clear on the goal. Clarity brings purpose, and purpose fuels the actions that drive success. Ask yourself, what is it that I really want? Get specific. Don't just say, I want more money. No. Say, I want to earn $100,000 this year. Don't just say, I want to be healthier. Say, I want to lose 20 pounds and run a 5K in 6 months. When you have that kind of clarity, the next step becomes so much easier. The power of clarity is that it turns your goal into a picture. A picture you can see in your mind and take action on every single day. Let's be honest, without a clear target, you're just shooting in the dark. You might hit something, but it will be by sheer accident. But with clarity, you can hit the bullseye every time. Think of clarity like a map. If you're driving to a destination and you don't know the way, how will you ever get there? But with a map, with clarity, you know exactly which road to take, which turns to make, and how long it will take to reach your destination. Success is no different. It's a journey, and clarity is your map. Now I want to talk about focus. It's not enough to just have clarity. You need focus. Focus is the skill that helps you to stay on the road, to avoid the distractions that can pull you away from your goal. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not a lack of desire, but a lack of focus. Focus gives you the ability to keep your eye on the prize, even when challenges arise. When you focus on what you want, it becomes easier to say no to everything else that doesn't align with your goal. And believe me, there will be distractions. People will try to pull you in different directions, and life will throw curveballs. But with clarity and focus, you can stay on course. Let me give you a simple analogy. Think of your goal as a laser beam. When you focus a laser, it becomes so powerful that it can cut through steel. But if you scatter your focus, the energy dissipates. Now, imagine your mind, your energy, and your actions are that laser. If you focus on what you truly want, you'll be able to cut through any obstacle that stands in your way. You'll break down every barrier and create the life you've always dreamed of. Here's the challenge for you. Take the time today to get clear about what you want. Write it down, be specific, and define it with detail. And once you have that clarity, promise me that you'll focus on it relentlessly. Don't let anything or anyone distract you from your vision. Remember, clarity is power. Focus is your ally. With these two forces working together, you'll be unstoppable. Vision is the compass that guides you on your journey towards success. It's the picture you hold in your mind of where you want to go, what you want to become, and how you want to live. But let me tell you something, vision is not just about seeing where you're going. It's about seeing what's possible. I often say, you don't get what you want, you get what you see. You see, vision is more than just a daydream or a wish. It's the power to see beyond where you are today, to look past the present challenges, and to create a mental image of your desired future. Without this vision, your goals are nothing but vague ideas floating in the air. But with vision, your goals become concrete. Your future becomes a reality in the making. Think of the great achievers in history. They all had one thing in common: a crystal clear vision. They didn't just hope for success, they saw it. And that vision became the driving force of their lives. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, Eleanor Roosevelt once said, and I couldn't agree more. Your vision is the belief in the beauty of your dreams. It's the certainty that you can achieve what others might deem impossible. Now, let's talk about why vision is so important. Without a clear vision, you're like a ship lost at sea, drifting without a destination. But with vision, you are the captain, steering your ship toward a specific port. Vision provides direction, and without it, you'll be scattered, uncertain, and unsure of where to go next. To achieve your biggest goals, you have to see yourself accomplishing them. You need to picture it clearly in your mind and feel the emotions that come with that success. Visualize yourself walking across that stage, signing that contract, living in that dream house. Whatever your goal is, see it and feel it as though it has already happened. Now, I'm not suggesting that you just sit around and hope for things to magically appear. Vision without action is useless. But vision with action is a force that cannot be stopped. Once you have a clear vision, your mind and body will align to make it happen. The vision will give you the motivation to take the necessary steps, even when it feels hard, even when the road is long, and even when you face setbacks. Here's the thing: vision gives you the endurance to keep going when you want to quit. When things get tough and you feel like giving up, your vision will remind you of why you started in the first place. It's the fire that keeps you moving forward when the obstacles seem insurmountable. The great leaders and achievers in history weren't successful because they were smarter or luckier. They were successful because they had a vision that guided them. They were clear about what they wanted, and they believed in that vision so strongly that they would do whatever it took to make it a reality. Let's put this into perspective. Think about a time when you've been truly inspired by someone's success. Perhaps you saw someone go from nothing to something extraordinary. When you hear their story, you think to yourself, if they can do it, why can't I? And that's the power of vision. It opens your mind to the possibility of achieving things that may have once seemed impossible. If you don't have a vision for your life, you'll end up working for someone who does. I've said many times, vision is what gives you control over your destiny. It's what empowers you to design your own life, to create a future that excites you, and to achieve goals that make you proud. I challenge you today to take a step back and ask yourself, what is my vision? If you don't have one yet, it's time to create it. What does success look like for you? What do you want your life to look like in 5, 10, 20 years? Get clear on your vision, and then take the steps to bring it to life. When you have a vision that excites you, that moves you, and that challenges you, it becomes your purpose. It becomes the fuel that drives you forward, even in the toughest of times. The power of vision is the ability to see beyond the current circumstances and into the future that you desire. And once you can see that future, you will know that there's nothing in this world that can stop you from making it a reality. Your vision is your future, waiting to be realized. Hold on to it with all your might. Make it your guiding star, your constant source of inspiration. And remember this: when you see it, you can achieve it. Let's face it, the road to achieving your biggest goals is not always smooth. There will be moments when it feels like you're running into walls, and you'll wonder if it's all worth it. There will be days when the weight of the world seems too heavy to carry. And in those moments, this is where most people give up. But not you. Not if you understand the power of perseverance. You see, success is not about avoiding difficulties, it's about pushing through them. It's not the setbacks that define you, but the comebacks. What matters is how you respond when the going gets tough. That's what truly separates the dreamers from the doers, the winners from the quitters. I want you to remember this: every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. I've said many times, The more you are willing to endure, the greater the reward. It's true. The more you face the challenges head on, the stronger you become. The more you persist, the more you refine your ability to succeed. Think about it. Every great success story you've ever heard was built on perseverance. People don't become successful by sailing smoothly through life. They become successful by staying committed to their goals, despite the storms that may come their way. You don't win in life because everything is easy. You win because you refuse to quit when things get tough. Now, let me ask you, what do you do when you hit a rough patch? How do you respond when the setbacks feel overwhelming? It's easy to stay motivated when everything is going well. But true strength comes when you're faced with adversity. This is the point where most people throw in the towel. But this is where you separate yourself from the crowd. This is where you dig deeper, push harder, and show the world that nothing can stop you from reaching your goals. I'll tell you something: the key to staying the course is commitment. Commitment is the glue that holds your dreams together when the winds of doubt and failure blow. It's a deep, unshakable belief that you will succeed, no matter the challenges. Commitment is what keeps you moving forward, even when you don't feel like it, even when your energy is low, and even when the world seems to be against you. I once said, success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Failure is a few errors in judgment repeated every day. Staying the course doesn't mean working yourself to exhaustion. It means doing the right things every single day, taking consistent, small actions toward your goal, even when the big results aren't immediately visible. Here's something important to remember. Progress is not always linear. You might take a step forward and then 2 steps back. That's okay. What matters is that you keep moving. The most successful people aren't those who never face setbacks. They're the ones who keep moving forward despite the setbacks. The journey is rarely a straight line, and sometimes it will feel like you're spinning your wheels. But as long as you keep at it, eventually, those small steps add up. Don't let temporary failure derail you. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is, I've failed, so I must be done. No, failure is just a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. It's not the end, it's a beginning. Each failure teaches you something new, something that brings you one step closer to your goal. Embrace failure, learn from it, and move forward with more knowledge and experience than you had before. You must also cultivate the mindset that failure is not final. It's not the failure that defines you. It's how you rise after the fall. It's about getting back up and saying, I'm not done yet. This is what keeps you on the path even when things seem impossible. Remember, success is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who will stay committed when the odds are stacked against them, when the pressure mounts, and when they feel like throwing in the towel. The difference between those who achieve their biggest goals and those who don't is simple: the ones who succeed refuse to quit. So, when it gets tough, and it will get tough, remind yourself of why you started. Keep your vision in front of you. Keep moving forward one step at a time. Understand that each setback is simply a part of the journey. Don't measure your progress by how easy it is or how quickly you reach your goal. Measure it by your commitment to keep going no matter what. Stay focused, stay to the course. And remember this: if you never quit, you never fail. It's as simple as that. Keep going. You will reach your destination if you never give up. There is a simple but powerful truth that I want you to understand. The greatest obstacle to achieving your biggest goals is not the world around you. It's the doubt within you. Let me ask you something. Do you trust yourself? I'm not talking about the trust you place in others. I'm talking about the trust you have in your own abilities, your own decisions, your own power to achieve what you set out to do. Because the truth is, if you don't trust yourself, no one else will. Trust is the foundation upon which all success is built. You have to believe that you are capable of achieving your goals, even when you don't have all the answers. And even when the path ahead looks uncertain, you must trust that you have what it takes, that you can handle whatever comes your way. Because in life, there will always be challenges. But when you trust yourself, you have the confidence to face those challenges head on and keep moving forward. Your level of success will seldom exceed your level of personal development. I've said before, and a big part of personal development is learning to trust in your abilities. Trusting yourself is not just about having confidence in the good times, but also trusting yourself when the road gets rocky. When things are difficult, it's easy to question yourself and wonder if you have what it takes. But this is when you need to trust yourself the most. There's a quote that goes, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." But let me add to that, you are also the average of the thoughts you spend the most time thinking about yourself. What do you think of yourself? Do you believe you can achieve great things, or do you allow doubt to creep in and hold you back? Your belief in your own abilities will determine your success more than anything else. You might be wondering, how do I learn to trust myself when the road ahead is uncertain? Well, let me share a secret. You build trust by taking action, one step at a time. Trust doesn't come from simply thinking about what you can do. It comes from doing the work, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you're unsure, and even when you fail. Success is the result of doing what others won't do, even when you don't have all the answers. Trust comes when you look back at the things you've done, the obstacles you've overcome, and the progress you've made. Every time you push through a challenge, you strengthen the trust you have in yourself. Every victory, no matter how small, but builds your confidence and your ability to trust that you can handle whatever comes next. Here's the thing. Trusting yourself doesn't mean you won't face difficulties or that you won't encounter setbacks. It means that when those difficulties come, you will be able to say, "I've got this. I trust that I can handle this. I trust that I'll find a way." Trust is your belief that no matter what happens, you will not give up. You will keep pushing forward. And most importantly, you will never quit on yourself. There's an incredible power in believing in your own potential. When you trust yourself, you send a message to the universe that you are ready for success. You are ready to take risks, to embrace the challenges, and to become the person you were meant to be. You trust that your dreams are worth pursuing, and that no obstacle will stand in your way for long. Success is not for the chosen few. It's for the few who choose, I've often said. And you have the choice right now. You can choose to trust yourself, to believe that you are capable of achieving your biggest goals. But trust isn't something you just say. It's something you do. It's a mindset, and it's something that you need to practice every single day. Here's what I want you to take away. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Trust is the quiet, invisible force that propels you forward. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. It's what ensures you stay on track, even when the journey seems uncertain. The most successful people in the world didn't reach their goals because they had all the right answers. They reached their goals because they trusted themselves. They trusted their ability to learn, grow, and adapt. They trusted that no matter what, they had the strength and perseverance to keep going. Now, let me ask you again, do you trust yourself? Trust that you can achieve your goals. Trust that you can handle the challenges. Trust that you are capable of becoming the person you were meant to be. If you truly trust yourself, there is nothing you cannot achieve. You are your greatest asset. Believe in your power, and let that trust propel you toward the success you've always dreamed of. As we wrap up, remember this: your biggest goals are within reach, but it all starts with belief. Belief in your vision, your actions, and most importantly, in yourself. Trust the process, stay committed, and never let doubt hold you back. Success is predictable, but it's up to you to make it happen. Keep moving forward, and the best is yet to come. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Stay focused, stay driven, and keep believing. You've got this.